Hello, and welcome to this easy English listening for beginners. Today, I will tell you about my life and my family. This story is simple, so don't worry if you don't understand every word. Just listen and try to understand the main ideas. After the story, I will ask you some questions to check your understanding. Are you ready? Let's start. My name is Anna. I am 25 years old. I was born in a small town called Greenhill. Greenhill is in England. It is a quiet town with green fields, small houses, and friendly people. The town has a big park, a small market, and a little school. I love Greenhill because it is peaceful and beautiful. When I was a child, my family lived in a small house. My house had a red door, 3 windows, and a small garden. In the garden, my mother grew flowers and vegetables. She loved her garden. Every morning, she watered the plants. The flowers were red, yellow, and white. They smelled nice. My family is small. I have a mother, a father, and 1 older brother. My mother's name is Mary. She is kind and funny. She likes to cook. Every evening, she made dinner for us. We ate chicken, potatoes, and salad. My favorite food was her apple pie. It was sweet and delicious. My father's name is John. He is tall and strong. He works in a shop. He sells books, pens, and paper. My father loves reading. He has many books at home. Every night he read a story to me before I went to bed. My brother's name is Tom. He is 3 years older than me. When we were children, we played together in the park. We ran, jumped, and laughed. Tom liked to play football. I liked to ride my bicycle. Sometimes we went to the park with our dog, Max. Max is a small brown dog. He likes to run and chase balls. Max is very cute and we love him. In Greenhill, I went to a small school. My school had a big playground and many classrooms. My teacher was Mrs. Smith. She was kind and patient. I learnt to read, write, and count at school. I also learnt about animals, plants, and the world. My favourite subject was art. I loved to draw and paint. I drew pictures of my house, my family, and my dog. My friends at school were nice. We played games and talked a lot. I had 2 best friends, Lily and Sam. Lily liked to sing, and Sam liked to tell funny stories. On weekends, my family did fun things. We went to the market to buy food. The market had fruits, vegetables, bread, and cheese. My mother bought apples, carrots, and fish. Sometimes we went to the park for a picnic. We ate sandwiches, drank juice, and played games. My father flew a kite, and my brother played football. I liked to sit on a blanket and watch the birds. The birds were small and colourful. They sang beautiful songs. Every summer, my family went to the beach. The beach was not in Greenhill. It was far away, so we drove for 2 hours. The beach had yellow sand and blue water. The water was cold, but I liked to swim. My brother built sandcastles. My parents sat under a big umbrella. They read books and ate ice cream. I loved the beach because it was fun and relaxing. When I was 12 years old, my family moved to a new place. We moved to a big city called Brightville. Brightville is also in England, but it is very different from Greenhill. Brightville has tall buildings, busy streets, and many people. The city has big shops, restaurants, and a cinema. At first, I was scared because the city was loud and crowded. But soon I started to like it. In Brightville, we lived in an apartment. The apartment was small but nice. It had 2 bedrooms, a living room, and a kitchen. From my window, I could see the city lights at night. The lights were red, blue, and yellow. They looked beautiful. My mother still cooked delicious food, but she didn't have a garden anymore. She bought flowers from a shop and put them in a vase. My father worked in a new shop. He sold clothes instead of books. My brother went to a new school. He made new friends and joined a football team. I went to a big school in Brightville. The school had many students and big classrooms. My new teacher was Mr. Brown. He was friendly and taught us English, math, and science. I liked science because we learned about stars, planets, and animals. I also joined an art club. In the art club, we painted pictures and made sculptures. I made a sculpture of a bird. My friends in Brightville were different from my friends in Greenhill. They liked to talk about music, movies, and games. I made 2 new friends, Emma and Jack. Emma loved to dance and Jack loved to play video games. In Brightville, I learned new things. I learned how to use a computer. I learned how to ride a bus. I also learned about different cultures. In my school, there were students from many countries. Some were from Spain, some from India, and some from China. They spoke different languages and ate different foods. I liked learning about their lives. One day, my friend from Spain, Maria, brought a dish called paella to school. It had rice, chicken, and vegetables. It was very tasty. When I was 16, I started to think about my future. I wanted to be an artist. I loved drawing and painting. My parents said, "You can be anything you want, but work hard." My brother wanted to be a football player. He practiced every day. My parents were proud of us. They always helped us with our dreams. Every year, we went back to Greenhill to visit my grandparents. My grandparents lived in a small house with a big garden. My grandmother, Jane, loved to bake cookies. Her cookies were sweet and crunchy. My grandfather, Peter, loved to tell stories. He told us about his life when he was young. He worked on a farm and had many animals. He had cows, sheep, and chickens. I loved visiting my grandparents because they were kind and funny. When I was 18, I finished high school. I decided to go to university. I moved to another city called Stafford. Stafford is big and beautiful. It has old buildings, a big library, and a river. I studied art at university. I learned how to draw portraits, landscapes, and animals. I also learned about famous artists like Van Gogh and Picasso. My teachers were very good. They helped me improve my skills. At university, I lived in a small apartment with 2 friends, Sarah and David. Sarah studied music and David studied history. We cooked together, watched movies, and talked about our dreams. I missed my family, but I visited them during holidays. Every Christmas, I went back to Brightville. My mother made a big dinner with turkey, potatoes, and cake. My father gave me books about art. My brother told me about his football games. After 4 years, I finished university. I was 22 years old. I wanted to find a job as an artist. I moved back to Brightville. I found a job in a small art shop. I sold paintings and helped people choose colours. I also painted my own pictures. I painted flowers, birds, and the sea. My paintings were colourful and people liked them. One day, I had an idea. I wanted to travel to another country. I wanted to learn about new places and new people. My parents said, "Traveling is good. It helps you grow." So, when I was 24, I went to Italy. Italy is a beautiful country. It has old cities, big mountains, and blue seas. I stayed in a city called Florence. Florence has many art museums. I visited the museums and saw famous paintings. I was very happy. In Florence, I met a girl named Sophia. She was an artist too. She taught me about Italian art. She showed me how to paint with watercolours. We painted pictures of the city, the river, and the flowers. Sophia was kind and funny. She became my good friend. I also learned some Italian words. I learned to say hello, ciao, thank you,
grazie, and beautiful, bello. The Italian people were friendly. They smiled and talked a lot. I stayed in Italy for 3 months. I ate Italian food like pizza, pasta, and gelato. Gelato is Italian ice cream. It was very sweet. I walked in the streets of Florence every day. The streets were old and narrow. The houses were colourful. I felt happy and free. When I came back to Brightville, I was different. I knew more about the world. I wanted to keep painting and learning. Now I live in Brightville. I work as an artist. I paint pictures for shops and people. I also teach art to children. The children are happy when they paint. They draw houses, trees, and animals. I like teaching because it makes me happy. Sometimes I miss Italy. I miss the food, the people, and the art. But I love my life in Brightville. I have my family, my friends, and my paintings. My parents are proud of me. My brother is now a football coach. He teaches young children how to play football. My dog, Max, is old now, but he still loves to play. Every morning, I wake up early. I drink coffee and look at the city from my window. I think about my life. I am grateful for my family, my friends, and my art. I am grateful for Greenhill, Brightville, and Italy. They are all part of me. I want to keep learning and growing. I want to visit more countries and make more paintings. I want to share my art with the world. Now, let's check your understanding. Answer these questions. Where was I born? I was born in Greenhill in England. What is my job now? I am an artist and I teach art to children. What did I study at university? I studied art. Where did I travel when I was 24? I travelled to Italy. How do I feel about my life? I am grateful for my family, friends, and art. If you answered all the questions correctly, great job! Keep practicing your English, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.